under the bright lights tonight as MLB Network welcomes you to this presentation of Major League Baseball. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Chicago Cubs and the New York Mets. Two great hitters lead their teams to battle next on MLB Network. Nolan Ryan, a right-hander from the state of Texas, is the man on the mound here. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, Matt, this is one of the game's all-time best pitchers. Over 300 career wins, and he's been doing his thing for a long time. It'll be interesting to see if he can continue that solid work in this one today, Matt.
Here's Javier Baez, and we are set for baseball here this evening. No balls and one strike. The windup and the 0-1. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. 53 degrees here at game time as it's cooled off considerably since batting practice this afternoon. The 1-1 home is an off-speed pitch taken for a ball. To 2-2 now. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. And he makes the throw to first. Baez is retired, and there's one away. With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, Matty, the guy I'm here to see is Big Chris Bryant. He's got great power. I love watching a guy can take the ball to the opposite field or go to dead center field, and that's exactly who he is. BP is impressive, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him launch one in this one.
At the plate, Anthony Rizzo. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Ryan has become known as a guy that's tough to take deep. So many starting pitchers find themselves snake-bitten by the gopher ball, but he really limits that.
In this day and age of smaller ballparks, the ball's lively, the bats are harder. This guy does a great job of keeping the ball in the ballpark. And one of the keys, he's not predictable. He'll throw his off-speed pitches behind an account. He's really difficult to sit on just one pitch.
And he takes strike three called, and it's a pair of punch-outs that begin the ball game.
Flat out locked him up with the changeup right there. Usually you're trying for a swing and miss when you throw that pitch in a two-strike count, but clearly he wasn't looking for it, so it's a backwards K for him.
First pitch on its way. There's a strike.
Hey, 2 outs, nobody on, and a power hitter up. This is where, as a pitcher, you got to use the hitter's aggression against him. Get him to fish a little bit. Something a little more out of the zone than normal.
And a curveball. This one clocked at 78, and it's 0-2. 2 out, nobody on. Count remains at 0-2. Struck him out, so he makes quick work of him here. 3 straight strikeouts, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Kyle Hendricks is on the mound for the Cubs in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, Kyle Hendricks is not one of these overpowering guys. He's a little bit, he reminds me of Greg Maddux. He's 88 to 91 with really good sink, great straight changeup, and has the slurve. Not a true curveball, not a true slider. The key to Kyle Hendricks, inducing early contact. The more pitches that hitters see, the better chance they have to hit on him. If Kyle Hendricks is on, you'll know early he'll be getting a lot of quick outs.
With that, here's a glance at the starting lineup for the home squad. Mark DeRosa, tell us a little bit more about this lineup.
You know, taking a look at this lineup, Matt, one thing you have to take into account is the variables that you can't control, and that's the wind. It's blowing in, it's howling in. You're going to see some guys in this lineup change their approach, not be looking for that launch angle and trying to drive the ball out of the ballpark. It's going to take a big man to put one over the wall today.
Hard hit toward the hole, and this is going to find its way into left for a 1-out knock.
He wasn't letting that one go. Jumped on the first pitch right there and drove it into the outfield for a base hit.
Baseman, Frank Thomas.
Standing in now, Frank Thomas. On a line to shortstop, on to first, and they get the double play. He played an inning. No score here on MLB Network. Standing in, Nelson Cruz. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
Nelson Cruz.
Here's the pitch. And here is strike one call to the 37-year-old veteran up there. 0-1. Now the pitch. Curveball. Swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Unless you're willing to sell out and try and take one part of the field out of play and just work the ball up the middle the other way, it's extremely difficult when a guy's throwing this hard to stay back on a breaking ball. You either commit and be all in on a fastball or try and find a way to work the ball the other way to keep you back on the off speed.
Very weakly on the ground. The 0-2 once more. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
Here's the defensive alignment for the New York Metropolitans. And guys, the thing I want you to take a look at today is in today's game, the new age, everyone wants to move around. This manager does not like to shift a lot. Maybe a step to your right or left, but there's a lot of trust that the pitchers are going to execute. So let's see how it works out for them in this one.
Now to the plate, Wilson Contreras, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. That fastball was a lively one. You could hear the pop of the glove all the way up here.
Yeah, nothing better, huh, guys? I guess maybe the crack of the bat, but I'm not as partial to that as most people. He looks good and loose out there to start this one.
Well, time to look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Dan, we got Dave Lawrence behind the dish tonight. One of the best in the business, in my opinion, but sometimes has a tendency to fall into a pattern where he's given a little bit too much on that outside corner.
Yeah, D-Road, one of the things he'll do, he'll open up that outside corner, especially with left-handed batters.
Batting second, left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
So striding forward now, Kyle Schwarber. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Starts him out with a curveball for a strike. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
There's a called strike on a changeup, not a particularly good one. That changeup up in the zone like this oftentimes gets hit very hard.
There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one without a doubt is gone. A solo home run for Kyle Schwarber, and the Cubs are on the board first, 1-0.
Well, they were smart not to challenge him with a fastball, but it didn't matter. He's their big dog for a reason, so he waited, stayed back, and absolutely exploded through the zone on that one.
And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. Strike one to start the at-bat. Here's the 0-1. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball. Breaking ball as this runs in on him, and he has to step out of the way that time.
You know, I'm not sure he didn't throw that pitch out of the zone on purpose. They've been swinging at pretty much everything he throws, so why not give it a shot?
Now this one's crushed. Left field line, and he pushed it just a bit too much. It'll wind up a foul ball. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
He executed that 1-2 curveball pretty well. I think that's right where he wanted it to end up, but he couldn't get him to chase at it. We'll see what they go with now after that didn't work out.
And the throw to first will indeed get him. It's a strikeout, score at 2-3, and the inning is over. Cubs are on the board first thanks to this solo home run. On to the bottom of inning number 2. It's now 1-0 Chicago. Stepping in, Ralph Kiner. He'll start things out against Kyle Hendricks as we get the inning underway.
Ralph Kiner.
First pitch on its way. Line drive to left. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So with that, the Mets have a runner aboard to get the inning underway.
No mistake what he was sitting on, looking for a dead red piece of cheese middle of the plate, and he didn't miss it.
Into the box now, Chipper Jones. And he puts it on the ground to second. There's one on to first, and that's now 2 innings and 2 double play balls here tonight. 2 away now.
Really good pitch from the pitcher right there. Down in the zone, hits on top of it, induces the ground ball double play.
In now, Lou Brock. Grounded up the first baseline. This is foul for the first strike. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Line drive, base hit to right. So a nice job there to fight off an 0-2 pitch and keep the inning alive for at least one more batter.
Batting 7th, right fielder, Cliff Floyd.
So the runner at first here with 2 gone in the inning, and the free swinging Cliff Floyd will stand in. Here's the first pitch to him, and they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Brock leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And there he goes towards second. Popped him up. Contreras waits on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Mets leave 1. It remains 1-0. Striding into the box, Kyle Hendricks, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. And that one right down Main Street. A fastball right over the outside corner. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss as he starts the 3rd the same way he ended the 2nd with a punch out, 1 away.
Hey, I'm not sure what he was sitting on right there. Might have been sitting on an off-speed pitch, but instead he gets the fastball way late. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
Here's Addison Russell. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. 1 out, nobody on. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Another 0-2 home. Again, he sends it out of play.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
And he'll step on first himself for the out.
Now batting, second baseman.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Javier Baez. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Oh, and this ball is raked deep down the line in left. But he just missed his extra bases. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And that one stayed too low, apparently. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. Easy there, big fella. 2-2. Popped him up. Carter has a play. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So they go quietly here in this half inning. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The Cubbies are in front, 1-0. Stepping in, Gary Carter. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
Gary Carter.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Schwarber is after it. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out. In now, Nolan Ryan.
Nolan Ryan.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike.
I think he just subscribed to the swing hard in case you hit it philosophy of hitting. As a pitcher, why not? Better than standing up there like you've never held a bat before.
Line drive to left. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Second baseman.
Now at the plate, Jackie Robinson. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Here's the first pitch to him. High in the air out to center field. Happ is camped under this one as he tucks this one away to retire the side. Quick work there as the Mets are down on 4 pitches. They're down 1-0. Back here with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as the left-handed hitting power threat Anthony Rizzo starts out the inning. First offering on its way. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike. A curveball that catches the inside corner.
Not looking good after being down 0-2. I think at the very least you got to work this pitcher's count a little bit, trying to a decent count where maybe you can come through.
Trying to send him packing for the second time. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight.
Anytime a pitcher locates a fastball on the inside corner, it's going to be a tough pitch to hit. That one was spot on, and he had no answer for it.
Here's Chris Bryant now. As he'll wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike 1. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. A breaking ball over the outside corner for strike 2.
Hey, back-to-back, same pitch, same spot. Don't be shocked if he goes right back out there. If I'm a hitter, that's where I'm sitting. Everyone would think he wants to go somewhere else. He might go right exactly to the same spot.
And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ballgame for him.
That's back-to-back punch-outs, and he's really starting to rack them up now, guys. I've got 8 strikeouts in my scorebook for him now, so he's got good stuff.
Here's Nelson Cruz now. As he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. He's 0 for 1 thus far. That's hit to short. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? Oh, he might not. This ball's kicked out there. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
The catcher, number 4.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, Gil, in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
Now the 1-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike. I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Yeah, and they set him up with that curveball on the pitch before, and that one, they just blew right by him.
And they could go either way now, I suppose. Cruz is off at first with 2 away. The 1-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3. 1 left for the Cubs, but they're on top 1-0. Stepping up to the plate, Robin Yount. He reached on a single in his first try.
The shortstop, Robin Yount.
First pitch on its way. Good bite to the sinker there as it's chopped foul at home plate. And he fouls this one off. Grounder down the line at third. Throw to first is in time for the first down.
Now batting, first baseman.
So the base is empty here with 1 away, and in steps Big Frank. Now here's the pitch. 0-1 the count. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Here's a high pop-up. Bryant is under it near the mound. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. And next will be the Mets cleanup hitter, Ralph Kiner, a base hit in his first trip. First pitch of the at-bat. Smoked on the ground left side. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. Didn't waste any time like the first pitch he saw to keep the inning going.
Yeah, I don't know if I love the approach of pulling the trigger on that 0-0 pitch. I can't imagine that's exactly what he's looking for. The result works. Pitcher can't be too mad.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Chipper Jones. He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you could extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
And Chipper's going to reach. It's a base hit. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. 1 hit, 1 left. We played 4 full. The Cubs are on top 1-0. Ready now, Kyle Schwarber. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Goes to show you how strong this guy is. That wasn't a bad break.
And it's belted high and deep into right center. And it is trouble that finds the gap for extra bases. And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
You could tell he was thinking fastball all the way here, and that's exactly what he got. He was able to get the bat head out front and pull it into the gap into right center. Now they're set up pretty nicely for a good inning after that leadoff double.
And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. Popped him up. Jones shading to his right. 1 away. The next Cub up, Kyle Hendricks, comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Looks at a changeup right over the middle. In the dirt, and now let's see. Throw goes over to third, and it's too late as he's in there. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
Well, he has nobody to blame but himself. With one out, a runner on third can come home to score all sorts of ways. That's why, as a pitcher, you have to execute pitches even better when there are runners on base.
And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch. And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. Russell is a strong defender playing up the middle in the infield. He's got great hands, good range, the big arm, and those skills are not lost on his teammates, his coaches, or his front office for that matter.
Yeah, he has the ability. What I love about this ball player, he's got such a great internal clock. It seems like it's bang, bang at first every time, but the guy's out. He's got sure hands and an accurate throwing arm.
Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Lifted down the line in left. And that's a fair ball. And that'll plate their second run of the game as they take a 2-0 lead.
Dan, you find yourself in trouble early, putting guys on base, but then you're able to wiggle out of it, get 2 quick outs. You think you're going to get your team off the field, and with 2 outs, you give up a run-scoring base hit.
You know what happens sometimes, Dero? You lose concentration. You find yourself in a tough spot. You get 2 outs. You think you're just almost out of it, and you lose concentration, and that might have been what happened in that case.
Behind 0-2 now. Ready on 0-2. And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for Chicago. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Cubs 2 and the Mets nothing. Ready for another chance? Lou Brock. They'll start things out here in the home 5th, and it's been tough sledding for this lineup through the first half of the game.
Yeah, they haven't had any momentum going to the plate so far in this one, Matt. They need something to break their way and wake them up a bit.
Be nice to get these fans involved at some point as well. And the throw to first is in time, 1 gone.
The batter, right fielder.
Standing in, Cliff Floyd. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Seared down the first baseline. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. Snatched out of midair at first base for out number 2.
Now batting, catcher.
Now batting, Gary Carter. He flew out in his last at-bat. First delivery to him on the way. Just a bit jumpy that time. Swung on and missed.
Hey, boys, you talk about getting your A swing off. That's what it looks like right there. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
Hit hard down the left field line. But this is going to get foul. Hit hard on the ground towards second, and that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one. Good work in a pitcher's count to get on base and keep the inning alive.
The pitcher.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Stepping in now, Nolan Ryan, as he swings and lifts it in the air out to left field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. 5 innings complete. Cubs lead it 2-0. Anthony Rizzo stands in now. He's set to lead us off in the 6th inning. Here's the first pitch to him. There's a strike. behind 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fouled away. Here comes another 0-2. Line toward right center. And that'll get down out there near the wall. And the Cubs could be onto something here. It's a leadoff double.
Now batting, third baseman.
Here's Chris Bryant now. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
This guy has been unbelievable. There were
Now time is called, and this could very well be to buy a few more pitches for those relievers. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes a good curveball at the knees. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike.
Man, you find yourself down 0-2 after 2 great executed pitches right there. Got to look for something up. Might have to tip your hat if he can stay down below the knees like that.
And Robinson will throw him out. 1 gone.
Up next,
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Nelson Cruz. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. Right by him here, and he's set up for another strikeout here. The count to 0-2.
This is where, as a batter, you got to find a way to put something in the outfield. Get something elevated. I know you got to battle with 2 strikes and protect, but if anything is belt or above, you got to swing.
Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
That strikeout changes the whole complexion of the inning. He was definitely pitching for it with a runner on third and 1 out, and he got it. Now it's going to take a hit or something like a wild pitch to get that guy home.
And that swung on and missed for strike 1. Rizzo on third with 2 out. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Brock waits on it, and that retires the side. Cubs strand 1. They're up 2-0. So the batting order turns over now, and set to go Jackie Robinson. And Dan, he and his fellow top of the order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no-doubt home run. Solo shot here to left. And the Mets are on the scoreboard. It's now a 2-1 game. Certainly a tape measure shot there as we take a look at it with our show track technology. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity, so it comes as no surprise that it carried as far as it did.
the batter.
Standing in now, Robin Yount. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Line towards center field. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
First baseman number 35, Frank
At
Thomas.
the plate, Frank Thomas. He got under one and popped out his last time up. Here comes the first pitch. And this is on the ground to short. Could be 2. 1 there. On to first. A double play.
Doesn't come much easier than that. Tailor-made 6-4-3 double play and an easy one to turn.
So stepping in, Ralph Kiner. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. Grounded to short. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Mets draw a hair closer thanks to the solo home run. The 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up to start the 7th, and this is now a 2-1 ball game. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Kyle Schwarber. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings.
All right, that's when you got to tell yourself to slow down a little bit right there. Out in front on a fastball, hit it hard, but pulled it foul.
Not surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Now batting.
Digging in, Ian Happ. He struck out and flied out. 0 for 2 so far. Now the pitch. A changeup over the inside corner. We're in the 7th inning now of a pitcher's duel. 2-1 our score. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2. Lifted in the air out to center field. Brock waits on it, and he makes the catch for the 2nd out. Ready once again, Kyle Hendricks. He was sent packing on strikes in his last trip. First pitch on its way. And this ball's pretty well struck high and deep to left field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Cubs are down in order as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Now in the box, Chipper Jones. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're
Meanwhile, this ball is into right center, and that ought to be good enough for extra bases. And he'll get in at second base as the tying runs aboard with a leadoff double. Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with the single swing of the bat, and this might be their chance right here. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores him. Then who knows what kind of roll they could get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time.
On his way toward the mound now is skipper Joe Madden. And he's looking to the bullpen here, so it would appear that's all for his starter tonight. So with a left-handed hitter waiting, they'll go to their own left-hander out of the bullpen. Into the box, Lou Brock. He swings and lines it to left. And that's in there, base hit. Throw comes back into the infield as that tying run will hold up at third with still nobody out.
Hey, this has the makings of being a pretty big inning, D-Row. Leadoff double, now a base hit, and all of a sudden we're looking at first and third.
Yeah, sometimes you wake up and just get smacked in the mouth right here. He's going to have to start executing pitches. He cannot leave a ball over the heart of the plate right here. He's going to have damage on his hands.
In now, Cliff Floyd. No balls and a strike to count. No hits to this point. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Lifted down the line in left. And they can't run it down. The 0-2 pitch. And there's a base hit on the line. In comes the runner from third, and this ball game is tied here in the 7th. And he's in at third base with nobody out, representing the go-ahead run.
You know, D-Row, in today's game, it's not easy scoring in the late innings, so that RBI base hit to tie things up, that comes at a really good time.
Yeah, I say it's not easy. They got 11 guys in the bullpen. I don't think a guy throws under 97 miles an hour with sinking cut. That is unbelievable he's able to get that knock in that big spot.
And the Hall of Fame catcher Gary Carter hits next. Popped him up. Bryant is there, and he's got it for the first out.
Now batting, the pitcher, Nolan Ryan.
Willie Stargell will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 8, Willie Stargell.
Hit sharply on the ground. And that is through for a base hit. And the move to the bench will pay off handsomely. And he is in there.
Boy, those have to feel really good, D-Row. You get late in the game, you come up with a big RBI base hit right here to give your team the lead.
Yeah, no one remembers that ground ball with eyes in the top of the second inning. You want to show up when the game is on the line. Can you quiet your emotions down, take the crowd out of it, and slow yourself down enough to come through? And that's exactly what he did.
Into the box now, Jackie Robinson. Hit high and deep out to left. Schwarber ranging back at the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch. And now the runner from third scores to give them a very important insurance run.
Every team is looking for that insurance run late in the game. That run right there gives them a 2-run lead heading into the late innings.
Steve Cishek takes over here with the runner at first and 2 gone in the inning.
Number 41, Steve Cishek.
Stepping in now, Robin Yount. Hit in the air out to left. Schwarber is there. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. 8th inning coming up. Mets out in front, 4-2. Noah Syndergaard has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 38, Noah Syndergaard.
Here's Addison Russell. Career numbers versus Syndergaard. He's gone 2 for 6.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
Now a dive in right, but he can't haul it in. And now this is going to be big trouble out there. He's around second now, and they still haven't gotten to this thing. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
Every coach will tell you when you're down by 2, you don't want to take too many chances on the base pass. Regardless, he hustles into third for the triple, and the tying run is coming to the plate.
Jake Bruce is into the game as a defensive replacement now as he takes over in right.
Right field, number 21, James Bruce.
Here's Javier Baez as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Comes set and the 0-1. Behind a changeup, if you can imagine, for a strike.
I don't think he's going to triple up on changeup right there. He seemed to have gotten the timing down on that second one.
A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2 is a breaking ball. They can't find the zone, and it's even at 2.
Well, that's what you want from your curveball on 1 and 2. You start it in the zone and let it break out of the zone where it can't be punished. Didn't get him to go after it, but the execution was nice.
Throw on to first is in time to get him, so that'll go down as a strikeout and a 2-3 putout for out number 1.
Good pitch there. That was a nice job by his battery mate to complete the play first after the ball hit the dirt.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike 1. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Trying to go the other way. This is looped out toward third. And plenty of time over there at third to get a glove up, and there are 2 down. Here's Chris Bryant now. And with men on base and 2 away, it feels like this at-bat could go a long way toward deciding this thing.
No doubt, Matt. A base hit here changes this game quite a bit. But if they can't score here, it looks pretty bleak for them heading into the last couple of innings.
I'm set with the 0-1. Hit on the ground to short. And he will deliver one of the biggest at-bats of the night. It's a base hit. Scoring is the runner from third, and that'll cut the lead down to 1.
Yeah, 1 a day keeps the doctor away, Dan, especially when it's a big one late in the game. It doesn't matter at all. You're just trying to get 1 knock a day, find a couple barrels. He happened to catch his late.
Boy, I tell you what, you're talking about coming at a good time, too. You're having kind of a rough night last AB. You end up being able to do something positive, not only for yourself, but also helping the team out, too. Not too often you see a changeup come across at 88 miles an hour on the gun. Still effective when you're throwing a fastball in the high 90s, though.
The 0-2 once more is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for Chicago. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. The Mets lead this one 4-3. Stepping into the box, Frank Thomas. He was a double play victim last time around. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Oh, and there's a drive to deep left center. You can pretty much forget about this one. This is way out of here. Home run for big Frank Thomas, and it's now 5-3. Certainly a tape measure shot there as we take a look at it with our show track technology. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity, so it comes as no surprise that it carried as far as it did.
The left fielder, number 4, Ralph Kiner.
Into the box, Ralph Kiner popped him up. Bryant is right there. And he's got it for out number 1.
The third baseman, number 10.
Digging in and looking for more, Chipper Jones. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And it's fouled away. 5 runs, 12 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. And trouble it is. It's down for extra bases. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
That was a great job of driving that ball, extending his arms very well, was able to get it over the right fielder's head, one-hopping it off the wall for an easy double. That's one of those solid hits that you don't even feel coming off the bat.
Here comes the first pitch. Ground ball right side. Throw on to first, 2 gone. Here's Jay Bruce now. The numbers head-to-head with Steve Cishek. He's just 1 for 6. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats. Hit well on the ground to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. The Mets do pick up a run on this solo shot. Last chance coming up here for the Cubs. 5-3 New York. Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch on its way. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike.
Tying run stands on deck, but it'll only matter if the guy in the box can get on base.
Yeah, and that has to be his mentality at the plate right now, Matt. He can't be the hero, so he needs to do what he can to give the guy behind him a chance to be the guy.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fouled off. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the ninth. Final line there for the Mets starting pitcher. He was great all night long.
Kyle Schwarber.
So coming to the plate, Kyle Schwarber. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Yeah, this guy's having a good day right there. You can tell he is all over. His timing is spot on. This pitching staff is going to have to find a way to attack him a little differently.
Now the pitch. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the ninth. Now a swing, and he pops him up. And this should do it. Thomas over to his right, makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Hey, listen, you don't always want your closer to have to go 2 innings on a regular basis, but in this game, it was necessary for this one, and he had just enough to get the job done.
And this evening's contest comes to a close. 5-3 the final. The Metropolitans jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Nolan Ryan is credited with the win. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Mark DeRosa and Dan Plezak, this is Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB Network. Good night, everybody.